Hey, y'all. Do it. Do it. Stop procrastinating. Y'all, I want to just tell you what I have been experiencing this week. And I'm learning how to align with God. That's where I'm at this week. I'm learning to get in alignment with God for the will that He has over my life. And when we is on this journey and God is guiding our footsteps, it's going to be things that God is going to tell you to do. But you saying, no, I'm not ready to do that. The procrastinator. Let me be the first. Let me be the first in the class to raise my hand and say, I've been procrastinating. God has been telling me to pick up the phone, go and have a conversation with someone. And the thing is that last year, I don't know, year before, I had a vision about this. But when he showed it to me, it was the end of the story. And I found out this week that I picked up on the beginning of the story. Because when I went and did what God told me to do, that was the beginning of the story. So when I talked to them, they literally said the exact thing that God showed me in my vision that they was going to say. And I told them, I said, wait a minute, let me tell you something. Don't you know that God showed me that you was going to respond the way you did? Procrastinate. That's been me. Been telling me, reach out. Reach out to them. Get the fear out of you. Don't be scared. God has already given you what to say. And whatever that you got to do, it's coming from a sincere heart. Because guess what? God is the one that's instructing you to do it. It might be apologies. If God is telling you to apologize, do it. Because guess what? He already know the outcome. So if he's telling you to apologize to someone, do it. Don't sit in fear, because guess what? Not only is it going to be a forgiveness coming from that side, but it's also going to be a heavy burden off of your back. You scared because maybe you feeling like, well, they not going to accept my apology. But God is saying to do what I'm telling you to do. God might be telling you to reach out to someone. You don't know why, but you just feel it in your spirit. Like, why am I keep thinking about this person? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all this, and I'm going to end this message because it's not hard to figure out what this message is saying. This week, I have had people on my mind, and I was just sitting there like, oh, let me call them. I mean, y'all been picking up the phone so much this week, and I don't talk on the phone like that. But I've been picking up the phone, just calling people. And the first person I called, they was like, don't you know, I was just thinking about you the other day. I said, well, here I am. But then I don't even know if they noticed, but I knew when I got off the phone that while I was on that call with them, I actually gave them a message. But you know what the outcome going to be? Because I knew what God was doing, because while I was giving them the message, we were just in the conversation, but they didn't even realize that I was delivering something that's getting ready to take place in their life. So I already know that when they gonna call me and say, girl, you know what? And then I'm going to reveal to them, it wasn't nobody but God. Then I call somebody else. Oh, let me tell you. So when I say people is waiting, man, that was like, I am so glad that you called me. And I was just sitting on the phone like, and it just felt so good, because I told the last person, I said, you know what? I said, God just been dropping people in my spirit. And instead of me, I told them, I said, instead of me just sitting there thinking about the people, I said, you know what I've been doing? I've been picking that phone up and calling everybody that God been putting on my heart and on my mind. Stop procrastinating. Because like I told them, I said, we don't know what's going to happen. It could have been my last day, and God was telling me to reach out to these people. It could have been their last day, but God was telling me to reach out to them. I want to tell somebody, y'all, this is my lesson. And I'm telling you, God just brought this to me because it's somebody else's lesson right now. You've been just like this sister right here, procrastinate. But you know what? I said, no more. Like, I'm ready to do things that even though I don't want to do it, and even though I know I am in my own way, but I'm praying that God take that shyness and that fear, because the fear is not coming from him. It's us. And then the thing is, I know this message is true because I've been hearing this message coming from the preacher and ministers, like preaching on the same thing. And I'm just like, and then all of a sudden this week, it's like, get in alignment. And y'all, this is what, February the 7th, I'm going to come back to y'all at the beginning of March. And I'm going to pick up, because I'm going to have a testimony behind this. So I want to tell somebody, stop procrastinating. Because God been constantly telling you to reach out. And I don't know who this is for, but he's been telling you, reach out. And I know most definitely it was for me, because I had to do some things that I had been sitting on. And y'all, once I did it, it was just like the burden. Ooh, I was so happy. And when I got done doing it, I just started praising God. Because then you just be like, what took you so long? I'm for real, like you have sat there and just procrastinate. And then when you finally do it, you'll be like, what took you so long? Stop procrastinating. God said, do it. Bye, y'all.